All right, Shalom. I just want to do a test. Bear with me one moment. Shalom, Shalom. All right. It's crazy. All right, the mic is working. Couldn't get the brother on here. Couldn't get the brother on here, man. All right. So looks like we in there. Just having some difficulty trying to add the brother in the stream, but couldn't get him on, man. It's fucking Satan, man. But anyway, we're gonna get right into this thing. Bear with me one second. All right, Shalom. We're gonna get rolling in 1 second. It's crazy. All right, so yeah, Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. You Akwathim, all you sincere believers out there in Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. This is going to be a quick lesson. Lord's will, straight to the point. All right. This is news and prophecy. Bank runs, market collapse, mass panics, all according to the plan of the Most High, Yahweh Shemel Shai. Prophecy, man. And as we've been telling you, you know, you gotta expect the unexpected. You know, we are in the time of the Passover, man. Okay. And we knew that something was going to happen, you know, through the spirit. We knew that, you know, that something was bound to go down. That's why we keeping our eyes open. Okay. And we know since the pushing of this CBDC, the central banking digital currency, they're going to have to find a way to roll out this CHIP. All right. That's why we were telling you Jakes out there. Yeah. That beloved bag that you believe in is about to disappear. All right. The scriptures even say that. Right. Matter of fact, let's share the screen. All right. Let me get that scripture. Okay, this is Proverbs 23:5. And it reads, it says Proverbs 23:5, it says, "Without set thy eyes upon that which is not, for riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven." And this is what we're trying to tell you, man, that this money that you believe in, that you trust in, your bag, all right, it's all about to disappear. They're getting rid of the money, Jake. They have to usher in this CBDC, all right, which is going to be by the way of the CHIP, man. Okay, this has to be pushed. All right, so we're going to get into this. I got a couple articles and a few scriptures. We're just going to wrap it up. All right, pay attention to what's going on. All right, real quick. All right, this came in on Twitter. All right, Peter Schiff, he says, banks, quote, banks own long-term paper at extremely low interest rates. They can't compete with short-term treasuries. Mass withdrawals from depositors seeking higher yields will result in a wave of bank failures. He said that the U.S. banking system is on the verge of a much bigger collapse than 2008, right? It says banks own long-term paper at extremely low interest rates. that can't compete with short-term treasuries. Mass withdrawals from depositors seeking higher yields will result in a wave of bank failures. All right, so let's get into a couple of videos real quick. All right, just to show you what's going on. Okay. MSN today. All right, it says bank panic. Is Silicon Valley collapse unique or a sign of more to come? Okay, this is a sign. All right, Lord willing, this be the year that this thing takes off. All right, so real quick, let's play these videos. All right.
Well, the banks are closed because that is the protocol in this situation. The Fed's purposely taking a timeout to sort of calm everyone down and prepare for customers to withdraw their money.
We'll be okay. I know that they're closing because they don't want to run on the banks. I mean, they said that on TV.
It's insured by the government, so I'm pretty sure we'll get our money.
Customers lined up at the Wellesley branch when the news broke this morning, only to find a close sign on the front door. SVB had collapsed. The feds had seized all assets.
I was a customer of Boston Private Bank for a long time, and then it became Silicon Valley Bank.
SVB is California-based, but has 8 Massachusetts branches, 6 of them formerly Boston Private. SVB was a major player for venture-backed capital companies, but they've been hit hard in the past 18 months as the Fed raised interest rates and made riskier tech assets less attractive. The bank's recent effort to raise capital failed.
I think the important thing, Mary, is to reassure your viewers that this is a very isolated incident with this one institution, and that banks across the Commonwealth continue to be safe and strong.
The FDIC says customers should have normal access to their accounts by Monday morning. In the meantime, customers should keep their guard up because this is when scammers often strike. Rule of thumb, don't deal with a third party who might reach out to you offering to help you access your money. You should initiate transactions at all times. Now, deposits are insured by the federal government up to $250,000. And again, you should have access to that money at the latest by Monday morning. If you have deposits with SVB above $250,000, the FDIC is asking you to call the toll-free number at the bottom of our screen. It might take a little longer for them to get you the rest of that money. In Wellesley, I'm Mary Saladna, WCBB News Center 5.
There you go, man. So, hey, this is the beginning of many sorrows, man. Beginning of many signs to come.
Concern is rising tonight after the collapse of California's Silicon Valley Bank.
The fallout is the second largest in the U.S., and the federal government is now stepping in.
CBS 8's Rocio de la Fe shares insight from a local economist on the impact it could have for us here and on the entire financial system.
The collapse happened after the bank failed to raise enough money to shore up its balance sheet. That led to a wave of people pulling money out of the bank, which caused it to go under.
The nation's 16th largest bank is now under the control of the U.S. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation.
As people pulled the money out of the bank eventually collapsed. Its assets were being drained.
Economics professor at the University of San Diego, Alan Jin, calls Silicon Valley Bank's failure significant.
It's a major financial institution. A particular worry is that a lot of companies, a lot of tech companies, for example, had deposited money in the Silicon Valley Bank, and a lot of that money wasn't insured.
Jin says the tech-focused bank's collapse could have an impact on local startup companies.
We have our share of startups and tech companies here in San Diego. And again, I don't know how many of them had money there, but if they did, it's likely that they're going to lose at least some of that money. And I hope then that it doesn't adversely affect the companies then in terms of being able to meet payroll or other finances.
He says the bank's downfall stemmed partly from the Federal Reserve's aggressive interest rate hikes.
The Federal Reserve has been increasing interest rates to try to slow down inflation. And what that did is that caused the initial public offering market, the IPO market, then to decrease, to be adversely affected. So companies, couldn't raise money through these IPOs.
Jin says he doesn't believe more mainstream banks will be impacted.
For a typical person,
and that's bullshit. That's going to come. It's going to start with these smaller banks and eventually lead to these bigger banks. Hey, remember, was it about a couple months ago what happened with Bank of America? And I believe it was people that were complaining that they couldn't, withdraw money or deposit money. I forgot which one, but that was a big issue. Okay. You had technical issues going on with these banks. You got bank runs. You got people panicking. Because as I said before, a lot of people's monies are tied into the market. You're talking about people's whole livelihood, man, tied into the stock market, man. And you see that the stock market is pretty much, about to crash out. So it's a lot of panic going on. People are rioting over all over the world, So that's why I said you have to keep your eyes open. All right. Though it tarry, it would surely come. It would not tarry. All right. The CHIP has to be pushed. They have to get rid of the dollar bill. All right. You had the BRICS. All right. The those nations that were basically coming together to try to do away with the dollar. So this thing is about to be in a global effect,
Has their money in Wells Fargo or Bank of America or Chase or something like that. They don't have a break.
Ironically, Jin says the fallout could have a positive effect on interest rates.
Now the Federal Reserve, I think, is going to look at that and may be a little bit more cautious now in terms of raising interest rates in fear that they might do some serious damage then to the financial system.
Insured deposits are expected to be available as early as Monday, but those who remain with Silicon Valley Bank face an uncertain timeline for when they'll be able to get their money back. Lucia De La Fe, CBS 8.
Yeah, these people are not getting their money back, man. Okay. So anyway, quick article. This is from thestreet.com. It says 2 U.S. banks collapse in 48 hours. Which one is next? All right. It says Silvergate served the cryptocurrency industry while SVB, all right, Silvergate Bank was the bank of Silicon Valley tech startups. It says it was a black week for the American financial system. Okay. It says in just 48 hours, the banking sector has been shaken by the collapse of 2 major banks. All right. So as we read earlier in that article, what did it say? Is the Silicon Valley collapse unique or a sign of more to come? All right. Prophecy. It says it's a black week for the American financial system. In just 48 hours, the banking sector has been shaken by the collapse of 2 major banks. Most worrying is that these banks serve 2 so-called growth economic sectors, the tech sector and the cryptocurrency industry. It says SVB Financial Group, it says the lender to Silicon Valley startups failed on March 10th, falling into the hands of the FDIC. The federal agency has taken control of the banking company, reviving the ghost of the 2008 financial crisis. And we never got out of that financial crisis, man. All right. That's why we're telling you that this thing could happen. It could really go down this year. All right. Just reading a little bit more. It says all insured depositors will have full access to their insured deposits no later than Monday morning, March 13, 2023. The FDIC will pay uninsured depositors an advance dividend within the next week. Uninsured depositors will receive a receivership certificate for the remaining amount of their uninsured funds. All right. So let's see what happens, man. Okay. But the point of all of this stuff is happening. These are all signs that, hey, we're at the verge of a economic collapse. Okay. Here's another article real quick. And I'm just putting this out there for you to go out and research and look this up. Pay attention to what's going on in the news. Just keep an eye on it, man. As I said, you have to expect the unexpected. Okay, things are happening. People are not able to get money out these banks. It says Wells Fargo says technical issue causing customers to report missing deposits. All right, so now people's monies are going missing. Right? It says the bank sought to reassure frustrated customers that their accounts remain secure, and said it was working to resolve the issue. And basically, you got to get used to hearing this type of shit. You can't make any deposit. You can't withdraw any money. They don't have the money to give you. right? Because remember, there was an article that came out saying that the IRS was telling people not to pretty much not to file taxes, okay, because they don't have the money, okay. And where's all this billions of dollars that's being funded to Ukraine, all right, for this war? All your money is going to that. You know, all your tax dollars, all your money is being funded over there into that Ukrainian war, man. America don't got the money. This is what we're trying to tell you. These are the beginning of sorrows. All right, I'm just going to read a little bit and grab a couple scriptures. It says, jumping down in this article, it says, a technical, quote unquote, technical issue was causing some Wells Fargo customers to see missing deposits in their accounts, the bank said Friday. In a response to complaints on Twitter, Wells Fargo's representative said that the issue may be leading customers to see incorrect balances or missing transactions, but that their accounts continue to be secure. All right, and as they've been telling people not to panic, everything's fine. Don't worry. All right. It says Wells Fargo said in a statement on Friday afternoon that it was aware that some customers' direct deposit transactions are not showing on their accounts. All right. This is what we said, man. Get used to hearing these type of stories. Get used to hearing about these situations playing out with these banks. All right. Wells Fargo said in a statement on Friday afternoon that it was aware that some customers' direct deposit transactions are not showing on their accounts. It says, we are working quickly on a resolution and apologize for the inconvenience, the statement said. It says the bank issued a new statement Saturday saying it was working to resolve the issue, which was affecting some customers who weren't able to see direct deposit transactions on their accounts. Wells Fargo said the issue would resolve no later than Saturday, March 11th. The bank added that it will refund fees incurred by the issue. All right. So, hey, just pay attention, man, real quick. A couple scriptures here. It's dealing with the money. All right. This is Ezekiel 7:19, because this is what's going to happen. Ezekiel 7:19, it says, they shall cast their silver in the streets and their gold shall be removed. And the silver and gold is likened unto the money, man. All right. Meaning the money is going to be worthless. Okay. People are literally going to cast the money in the streets, as you saw in Venezuela. All right. It was trails of paper dollars in the streets because the money had no more value. And that's the same thing that's going to happen to this U.S. currency, this dollar. It says they shall cast their silver in the streets and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai. They shall not satisfy their souls, nor fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity, man. So these people, all right, they're going to be destroyed, man. They're going to be through out here because a lot of people are not prepared for this. A lot of our people, when we were talking about our people, we're talking about you Israelites, you Jakes out there, man. They're not paying attention to what's going on. All right. This money that you trust in is about to disappear, as we read it earlier in Proverbs 23:5. All right. Surely riches grow themselves wings and fly away. Okay. This thing is going to happen suddenly. Right. Real quick. Make that point to Isaiah 30. Just real quick. Isaiah 30:16. Right. Okay. This Isaiah 30:12. Right. We'll start up a little bit. Isaiah 38:9, and it reads, it says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh Shema Shai. Verse 10, it says, which say to the seers, see not, and unto the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. And that's what our people want to hear. They want to hear lies. They want to hear sweet things that make them feel good. They don't want to hear about the harsh realities that's getting ready to fall upon America. All right. Prophesy not unto us right things. They don't want to hear the truth. Our people don't want to hear about this type of news, man. All right. The straight gate, the bitter. Prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. Get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because you despise his word, because you reject and hate this truth, this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, because our people, they trust in oppression. All right. They have their foolhardy trust into Egypt. Okay. Our people trust in the system, man. All right. And trust in oppression and perversion and stay thereon. Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Okay. And this is what we're telling you. This thing can happen overnight. Okay. This economy could be here today and gone tomorrow. All right. Let's get that in the NLT. Same verse, Isaiah 30 and 13. All right, NLT, it says, calamity will come upon you suddenly. This is why we said, man, you have to be in a spirit of preparedness, man. All right. Your mind has to be ready for all hell breaking loose. All right. Imagine the day when people cannot get their money out the bank, when you can no longer deposit cash. Right. Imagine the mindset and the fear and the panic that's going to be upon all these people, man. Right. You got to understand that. All right. It says calamity will come upon you suddenly like a bulging wall that bursts and falls. Right. Like this economy. All right. That's about to fall. It says in an instant it will collapse and come crashing down. And that's going to be this system. All right. And the elites are doing this, man. OK, they're going to get rid of this system to usher in. All right. This new system, the CBDC, by the way, the CHIP, man. OK, it's going to be a new way of buying and selling. Right. That's why it says woe unto you that trust in riches, man. OK, let's get that real quick. All right. You Jakes, man, you don't get it. All right. Let's get this in James. OK, this is in James chapter 5. And we'll start there. Bear with me 1 second. There's another scripture I was looking for. All right, bear with me 1 moment. Let me see if I had the precept written down. All right. We'll start with James 5 real quick. And if it pops up, it pops up. But anyway, it says misuse of riches. All right. It says James 5 and 1, and it reads, it says, go to now, ye rich men. All right. This is speaking about basically the elites. All right. It says, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. All right. It says your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth eaten. All right. So basically, you know, this Federal Reserve System was set up to rip the people off, man. The riches are corrupted because the money is not backed behind anything, man. All right. They're just printing out money. Meaningless. No value, man. Your riches are corrupted. Your garments are moth eating. The point, it says your gold and silver is cankered. Right. And the rust of them shall be a witness against you and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have reaped treasure together for the last days. So this is it, man. Okay. Basically, this dollar holds no value. It's about to collapse. All right. And these devils have reaped treasure together for the last days because they're about to be taken down. Okay. They're at the height of their sufficiency as they implement this new world order. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to come in and basically crash the party. Okay. So this is what's getting ready to happen. All right. This is a message to the rich men. All right. Verse 4, it says real quick. Verse 4 says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, and the laborers will represent the Israelites who are the slaves who built up this society. It says the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of armies. It says you have lived in pleasure on earth. All right. Esau was blessed with the fatness of the earth. All right. He was literally given the world was literally given into the palm of his hands. And he's lived in pleasure. It says, you have been wanton, you have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Okay. So the rich man is about to fall. All of his substance is about to get destroyed, man. And you people, going back to the point, all right, you people that trust in this system, all right, are about to see, you're about to face dire consequences, man. So like I said, just continue to pay attention to what's going on. All right. Real quick, here's another article before I wrap it up. It says, this is from Collapse News. It says, countless Americans plunge into despair as hunger spreads like wildfire all across America, man. All right. Going into what? The plagues, the famines, or whatnot. People are going to be hungry out here. All right. Hyperinflation. The price of foods and goods is high as hell. People can't afford the food, This is all tied into this thing collapsing. It says, just reading this paragraph here, it says, we haven't seen anything like this in a long time. A couple of factors are combining to push millions of Americans into a state of food insecurity. First of all, food prices have been rising aggressively throughout the past year. And so our money does not go nearly as far as it once did, all right? Because there's no value behind it, man. Okay? It says, meanwhile, food stamp benefits are being slashed. We just talked about that in our recent lesson with the camp. How over 3 million, I believe, are going to be affected or something like that. They're getting ready to cut the food stamps, the government aid. It says the federal government had greatly enhanced food stamp benefits for many Americans during the pandemic, but now that emergency program is coming to an end. So what this means is that many Americans are going to have very little money to spend on food at a time when economic conditions are starting to get really tough, So it's about to get real out here in the field, man. All right. But that's pretty much the point, just kind of putting this out there. Just keep your eyes on what's going on with these bank runs. All right. The market collapse, the panics. All right. It's getting crazy, So that's pretty much the point. I got to make a move. Just want to put this out there, Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying, man, through the spirit, Beautiful. Brothers got them precepts. Exactly. All right. It's Yasha Allah, Yalla all servant of the hopeful elect 144. 2nd Ezra 6:22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Yeah, these grocery stores that only have a 3-day supply worth of food. All right. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, man. All right. And like I said, imagine the mindset of people when you can't buy food, or you can no longer get money out the bank. All right. It's getting ready to go down, brother. Keep your head on this, keep your head on the swivel. Okay. Be circumspect because the days are evil, man. So that's pretty much the point. Y'all can go check out the news. There's tons of articles and news out there going into these into this news and prophecy, man. So hey, we're gonna stay watchful. So hey, I pray that this quick lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect. Hey, shalom.